Hello everyone, meet John. He enjoys listening to music. He frequently downloads music or songs from www.mymusic.com. One day, he downloads a musical track from it. This didn't seem fishy at the time. Then he starts working on his computer, and later he realized that most of the files saved on his computer cannot be accessible. Unfortunately, he was unable to open it since unknowingly malware was installed on his computer. So here, what malware is? Malware is nothing but is a software or a program code produced by an attacker to harm legitimate users' computers. It can be spread via email attachments or legitimate looking downloads. Malware can harm users by stealing sensitive data, damaging files, compromising privacy, financial loss, or taking control of your device to attack other organizations. Now that we know what malware is, we need to explore the different forms it takes and how those forms impact individuals. Most malware types can be classified into various categories. Computer virus. A computer virus is a type of malicious software that infects a computer by attaching itself to a legitimate program or file. It relies on user actions to propagate and spread to other systems. It cannot be spread without any human action. Here's an example using a computer virus. Let's take an example of John and Bob. So meet here John and Bob. Imagine John has a USB drive and he unknowingly downloads a file from the internet that contains a virus. Later, he plugged his USB drive into his friend's computer, Bob, to share some photos. When John's friend Bob opens the USB drive, the virus jumps from John's drive to Bob's computer, infecting it. John's friend Bob then shares the same USB drive with another friend and the virus continues to spread to their computer as well. Here, in this analogy, John's USB drive represents the carrier of the virus. The virus is the malicious code attached to one of the files on the USB drive. Bob's computer gets infected when they open the infected file on the USB drive. The virus spreads from one computer to another through the shared USB drive. The second one is computer worm. A computer worm, on the other hand, is a self-replicating malicious program that can spread independently across networks and systems without the need for user interaction or without any human action. Imagine here, John receives an email from an unknown sender. When John opens the email, it contains a malicious attachment. Without the knowledge of John doesn't download or open the attachment, but the moment John opens the email, a hidden program inside it starts replicating itself and sends copies of the email to everyone in John's contact list. These recipients, even if they don't open the email, become host for the worm, and it continues to spread to their contacts. This process repeats, causing the worm to rapidly spread across multiple email accounts. In this analogy, the email containing the malicious attachment represents the initial carrier of the worm. The hidden program inside the email replicates itself and sends copies to others. Recipients become unwitting carriers of the worm even if they don't interact with the email. The worm spreads independently from one system to another, leveraging email contacts. Here, a computer virus requires user interaction to spread, attaching itself to files or programs, whereas a computer worm is self-replicating and can spread autonomously across networks and systems without user actions. Next malware type is Trojan horse. Trojan horse is a sneaky type of malware that pretends to be something good or useful, but actually it does secretly carry out bad things once you open or install it. Let's take an example of innocent looking email attachment. Imagine John receives an email from an unknown sender and the subject line says important software update. Inside the email, there is an attachment that's named like something like new software update.exe. The email claims that this update will improve John's computer's performance. However, this attachment is a Trojan horse. It disguises itself as a useful software update, but when you download and run it, it secretly performs malicious action on John's computer, such as installing malware, stealing information. It could steal your personal data such as password or credit card information, giving control to attackers. Some Trojans can allow attackers to take control of your computer remotely, especially handling over the keys to your system. Corrupting files. Trojans may delete or corrupt your files, causing damage to your computer. Creating backdoors. They might open backdoors in your system, allowing cybercriminals or attackers to access your computer whenever they want. It's required to be alert when opening email attachments or downloading software from untrusted sources to avoid falling victim to Trojans. Now moving to the next malware type is Adware. Adware is a type of software that shows you lots of ads such as pop-ups, banners or videos while you are using your computer or browsing the internet. Imagine John is playing a game on his phone and suddenly a big advertisement for a new app covers the screen. That is nothing but it's adware. It's like a digital billboard interrupting your fun. Adware is not necessarily harmful like other types of malware, but it can be very frustrating or annoying because it tries to get you to click on ads so its creators can make money, and it can make your device slower. Moving to the next malware type is malvertising. Malvertising is like a trap in online advertisements. It's when attackers hide harmful stuff like virus or scam inside ads that you see on websites. John is reading a news article on a website and he sees an advertisement that says, "Congratulations, you have won a free iPad." If you click on it, instead of a prize, his computer could get infected with a virus. That's malvertising. Bad stuff hiding in an advertisement. Now moving to the next malware type is spyware. Spyware is like a digital detective that secretly watches what you do on your computer or phone without your permission. It can track your online activities and sometimes steal your information or personal information. Imagine John is typing his username and password to log in into his bank account. Spyware could secretly record what he is typing and send it to attacker who might try to steal his money. That's nothing but it is spyware. It spies on your action without your knowledge. And the last malware type is ransomware. Ransomware is like a digital kidnapper for your computer. It is a type of malicious software that locks up your files or even your whole computer, and then it demands money, or you can say a ransom, from you to unlock them. Let's see an example. Pretend you have important photos and documents on your computer. Ransomware is like a digital thief that locks your computer and shows a message saying pay $1,000 to get your files back. Until you pay the ransom, you can't use your files. That's ransomware. Until you pay, you can't use your computer or see your pictures. Here we have seen different malware types. We will see how to prevent malware attacks and what are the symptoms if you have malware on your computer in the next video. Subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this.